On today's Arizona Daily Mix, we're helping you make your weekend plans, starting with a downtown Phoenix restaurant that foodies flock to.
And after dinner, maybe you can catch the Bare Naked Ladies concert. We'll tell you all about the top weekend events.
And we'll see what Wally's driving in this week's Wally's Weekend Drive. We've got that and a lot more, and it all starts right now.
And welcome to the Arizona Daily Mix. I'm Teresa Strasser.
And I'm Brad Perry. Thanks so much for joining us here on the CW7 Arizona. We've got a great show for you today as we head into the weekend. And with that said, a lot going on, but one thing that we're totally putting our stamp of approval on, and that is the movie Tony.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to get to see a preview, a couple weeks ago. We weren't allowed to talk about it until today. Both of us love the movie. It really just covers one summer in the life of Anthony Bourdain, who was then called Tony, hence the name of the movie. This is kind of a coming-of-age story in Provincetown, and it shows his introduction to working in a kitchen.
Yeah, and I think this movie just really gets you to the core of who Anthony was. Or Tony, was really neat. And you know, he touched actually a lot of people's lives with him traveling, showing his cooking and stuff. But his life was touched by this guy right here, played by Antonio Banderas, which was really cool. I'll tell you, I will go ahead and say, I'm going to put it out there. I think this might be up for an Oscar.
Well, I would think Dominic Sosa, who plays Anthony Bourdain, could potentially be nominated, and Antonio Banderas, as you mentioned, as supporting.
Yeah.
He was amazing in this role, and so were the other guys that played dishwashers and sous chefs in the kitchen.
And I didn't realize, I didn't know Anthony actually was a writer.
Yeah,
a writer. I didn't know that. I thought it always was a chef kind of working in the kitchen, but not a trained chef.
That's one of the things that makes it such a beautiful story. He wanted to be a writer, and he had failed to get this fellowship. That's what, that's a precipitating incident that this movie covers. But of course, we all know he later did become a writer, writing all about his experiences as a chef and in the kitchen, as a dishwasher, as a sous chef, all that. So his dreams did come true. And then, of course, this story foreshadows, I think, some of what became his troubling relationships with women.
Yeah, and I, even if this wasn't about Anthony Bourdain, I think you still cheer for these characters of like wanting to do great and be better and stuff. And it's just, I just can't say enough about it.
Did you see the movie The Holdovers? That's how we know Dominic Sosa. He was so good in that, the Alexander Payne movie.
So that's another one that was really good.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Great in this.
All right, let's get to our top story of the day. All right, this is actually playing again on Movie Stars in a way, and this is where the Robin Williams kids have reactivated his social media accounts for a good reason, I think, and that is...
Well, they are getting tired of people sending them AI slop, which includes their father, Robin Williams. It's creepy, they're sick of it, and they want a place where you know that you are watching real clips of the real Robin Williams.
Yeah, and even his daughter said this might trigger some people who loved her dad and stuff, and it was a little bit weird for them to do this, but they said it's very important because, again, they got tired of seeing these clips with them. You said there was one, Robin Williams and Tupac?
Yeah, Robin Williams, Tupac, and Kobe are doing a podcast.
That's crazy. And we were wondering, because, I mean, a lot of people are getting upset with this, with the AI, but who is creating of these things? Is it the person or is it the AI? And so I think this is the way they're trying to combat, of not having a false image of their dad out there.
I've just been thinking about him this morning because knowing we're doing this story and thinking about Good Will Hunting. That's my favorite Robin Williams movie. The scene where he's with Matt Damon. It's not your fault.
Right.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Patch Adams.
Of course, the Dead Poets Society.
Loved.
My captain,
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
He was such a great comedian and just beloved.
Yeah, he was just all the way.
We can't bring him back, that's the thing. And it's really just a lot of AI slop that interferes with people seeing the real Robin Williams and all of his performances. And that is our top story of the day. If you want more details, head on over to our website, cw7az.com, or scan the QR code that you see right there on your screen. Route 66 is full of unexpected stops. I know we've been to many of them this past year, and in Kingman, one of them happens to serve award-winning Arizona-made spirits. I visited Desert Diamond Distillery earlier. Take a look. We are 4 miles from Route 66 here in Kingman, Arizona at Desert Diamond Distillery. They say diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I would definitely hang out with some rum. We are here at the oldest craft distillery in the state of Arizona. Now, I don't think of Arizona as being a hotbed for rum, but you make one of the most famous, renowned rums in the world. What is it?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Hold on. The secret is out. This is actually really interesting. You think of rum as being Caribbean, but the desert climate is what makes your rum special.
That is exactly what happens, because in the barrel room, we have a 35 to 45 degree swing in temperature every single day. Compare that to the Caribbean with this just 5 to 10, and you get a lot of action on the barrels. And then what we're going to pour for you first, because you're a whiskey girl, I know you don't believe it, but this is a 4-year rum aging in a whiskey bourbon barrel, and my whiskey drinkers love it. I can make old fashions, Manhattans, whiskey sours with this. People never believe me, but I tell you, this is a hard one to sell. You know why? My rum drinkers hate it because it tastes like whiskey, and my whiskey drinkers hate it because it has rum on the label. So either way, it's kind of the man in the middle, and once you taste it, you can't untaste it because it's really delicious.
All of this is made here. The fermentation happens here, the distillation, the bottling, all right next door?
Right behind this wall, and you can do tours. We do tours for people, tastings. It's a whole experience here. You can fill your own 5-liter barrel, and that is also on the table. I'm filling one today for bourbon.
Oh my gosh, this is rum?
I know. Right?
This is nothing like any rum I've ever had.
Yeah, a lot of the rums out in the marketplace are full of those sugars and sweeteners and syrups, and people do love that. And I do have a sweet rum that we'll do last because it's like dessert. But a lot of people do get tired of all those sweeter things, and having a nice rum that has nothing in it, no sugar, no color, no flavor, is really refreshing.
Will you talk me through some of your top sellers here?
Absolutely. So we just mentioned the agave rum. This is the customer favorite. The 4-year corn whiskey is really popular right now, and I have a 6-year out. We just came out with a bourbon, just right in December, so this is really hot right now because everybody wants the bourbon, and they saw me on the bourbon trail. Everybody's getting the bourbon trail chips and going around. And then we have our aged product, like we have a 6-year rum. This, one of the 6 years tied for first place at the San Francisco World, which is our little bitty medal to remind me to tell you that. And then we have a platinum group that's everything over 10 years old. Our 10-year rum, I think was 18th in the world last year. We have a 12-year from 2024 ranking 14th in the world, and a 13-year that is my bourbon drinkers favorite, and it had a 91 silver medal at the IWSC in London.
When you look back on 17 years of distilling crafts, what's been your favorite part?
I think winning the medals from the IWSC in 2023. We were the leading rum in the world with a perfect score, and we thought it was a typo. We were trying to, you know how you expand something, I'm like, I think that's an 89, and then it was like a 99, and I think we cried.
I'm crying to perfect.
Yes.
Is this am I drinking the perfect?
4-year is won plenty of awards, and that's the whiskey drinker's favorite. Now, the one that's 6 years is my personal favorite as a red wine drinker. And this has a whole host of fun flavors. To me, this tastes like a liquid Werther's candy to sip on. And I'm really pleased with that. I drink red wine outside of the building, and then this one I can drink it without ice.
I do get a Werther's, like a caramel.
Isn't that weird? Yes, caramels, butterscotch.
Congratulations on your perfect score, and we should let people know you don't have to come to Kingman if you want to try this perfect
true.
rum. How can people order within the state of Arizona, or if people are watching us outside of Arizona?
So you can just get on the website and order through desertdiamonddistillery.com. I can send it inside Arizona only, and then we have touchofmexico.com outside of Arizona. They can ship to 46 states. Now, they don't have all my product, but they have 6 items, and they'll be getting our bourbon soon, I hope. So we can flesh that out, and they'll have almost everything that's a really big seller.
Well, thank you so much for having us and letting us try a little sip of perfection. Perfect score.
Later in the show, if Pilates seems intimidating, I'll show you why it's never too late to try a new workout.
But first, we'll get some shocking truths about millennials that may surprise you. That's when the mix returns.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Chime.
Are millennials really the broke and behind generation, or is that narrative long overdue for an update? A new national study from Chime surveyed 3,000 Americans across 3 generations and found that nearly half of millennials say they're better off financially than they were 5 years ago, the highest rate of any generation. But the study also reveals a twist. Brittany Castro is a certified financial planner and financial expert for Chime. She joins us now to break down what the data actually shows. Welcome to the show, Brittany.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, I have to get the name of this study right. It's the Chime Millennial Money Report, Meme versus Math. What does that mean, and what surprised you the most?
Yeah, well, for so long, millennials have been criticized for being broke, spending too much money on avocado toast, not saving for retirement. But that narrative is outdated because the study shows 49% of millennials are better off financially now than they were 5 years ago, which is higher than any generation. What surprised me the most is how self-made their financial education is. Millennials, we've had to teach ourselves pretty much everything. How to file taxes, how to figure out health insurance, how to save for retirement in this new era. So we deserve a lot more credit than I think most people give millennials when it comes to managing their money.
Well, in terms of the meme versus math research, there seems to be a real divide between millennials who came of age during the recession of 2008 and those who didn't.
Yes, definitely. So there is a split even among millennials. So the pre-1991 versus post-1991. So those that were entering adulthood in 2008 during the Great Recession, they got hit with an economic crisis. They saw people lose their jobs, lose their homes. I mean, that's definitely going to shape how you think and behave with your money. So 39% of these millennials took on an additional income source to help cover expenses versus only 31% of the younger millennials who were maybe still in middle school during that time. So there's a difference between that pre and post-recession era.
There also seems to be a split, a divide between how millennials see themselves and how others see them. Talk about that.
Yes, 41% of millennials say their financial reality doesn't match what others see. So a lot of millennials describe their finances as feeling behind or overwhelmed. You know, there can be financial anxiety, and one thing I always encourage clients, if there is financial anxiety, is to acknowledge it, because that's when it can really begin to change. And then really take time to focus on what is it that you want to do with your money, and really filter out that comparison. Stop comparing yourself to others, or maybe what your parents had at your age, and really just get clear about how are you going to save and use your money, and then track your progress against that.
Chime's research also shows that a lot of millennials undergo a real mindset shift in their 30s. What does that look like?
Yes, 84% of millennials have had a financial mindset shift in their 30s. So again, a little split between the younger and elder millennials. The younger ones, I think it came from just experiencing a job loss or really seeing their debt clearly for the first time. The elder millennials, I think it's just you get older, you stop caring so much what other people think. But the mindset shifts are positive. You know, a lot of millennials are just tracking their own financial success against their own progress versus comparing to others, feeling more at peace with where they're at financially, and just being more sincere and intentional with how they're using their money and what they're saving it for.
Brittany, what's your advice on first steps a millennial can take if they are feeling behind?
I always say start. Just start with something. You know, I encourage clients to get clear about what are you trying to save your money for, and then automate as much as you can. Automate your savings, automate your investing. Chime app makes it super easy to see your spending, your saving, credit building, now investing all under one roof. You can start investing with as little as $1, which is great. So start with what you can, and then definitely celebrate all those mini milestones along the way, because sometimes our financial goals are so lofty, so large that we forget to celebrate the mini wins, and those mini wins and celebrating them will really help you stay motivated in the long term.
I mean, what's the saying? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, right?
Absolutely.
Where can people go if they want to actually read this research or get more information?
You can go to chime.com/millennial money report.
Thank you so much, Brittany.
Thank you so much for having me.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Chime.
Coming up, we'll see what Wally thinks of the new Ford Raptor. Next on the Arizona Daily Mix.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Camelback Ford.
Well, hi, and welcome to another one of Wally's Weekend Drives. Again, it's hot. Again, we're off-road. And where do we go when it's off-road? Camelback Ford right up here. The friendliest Ford dealer in town. If you're looking for an off-road vehicle, look no further. And when you're heading up here, one thing you want to check out, the brand new 2026 Ranger Raptor right here. Let me tell you, I think I actually like the smaller version of the Raptor better than the big one. Far more maneuverable, twin turbo V6, 405 horse and 430 foot-pounds of torque, able to tow up to 8,000 pounds if you want to tow a trailer. But for me, I'm an off-road guy. In fact, we went to Tombstone this weekend, had a great time down there. You can tell it cleans up nice too. The color, shelter green. Every time I stop for gas, which is quite often actually, it's miles per gallon, not miles per gallon. But everybody loves the shelter green color for sure. And if you look around to the side here, what you see in true off-road fashion, beadlock wheels right here. These particular tires aren't locked in, but these are capable for beadlock tires, which that means it clamps the tire to the wheel, so if you get a flat, it doesn't come off when you're desert racing. And that's primarily what this thing was meant for sure. I know a lot of people use them just to run around the streets, but what a waste, man. You need to take this thing off-road, because one thing that we like about it is the Raptor suspension. Fox shocks on here, internal bypass. This thing, I'll tell you what, you're off-road running 60, 70 miles an hour across the desert, feels like you're driving down through the neighborhood. This thing works really good. Includes a whole bunch of auxiliary switches, like 6 of them. So you got oil coolers, you got extra lights, you got all kinds of stuff that you can turn on and off, which comes in handy for sure. Okay, moving inside, we talked about all the cool features inside. Let's start with the steering wheel right here. Okay, so you have your tilt telescopic smart steering wheel. We always talk about that. Over on the left side here, you've got your cruise control and your volume for the radio right here. Right side here, you've got steering, you've got shocks, you've got exhaust right here, and your Raptor R button right here that lights everything up. That's if you're going full off-road mode, that's what you want to be pressing right there. Moving over here to the center stack, if you see right here, we're looking, wow, 12 inches of screen right here. Basically an iPad like stood on its end, so it's vertical and not horizontal. But you can see you got your Bang & Olufsen right here stereo. So this thing will like 10 speakers blow you out of the cab with sound. It's really good. And then underneath it, you can see all your different favorites that you have, you know, right through there. So everything's at a touch. Right here, you've got the fan and everything, the controls here. But right down here, if you take a look here, Here's your terrain mode. This is your drive modes here, whether it's two-wheel, four-wheel low, or four-wheel automatic, which is what we were in this weekend. So it just turns on and off as needed. And then if you look right next to it here, you see you can turn on and off your automatic start when you stop. Traction control, I recommend turning that off. And parking right here. And you do have a slow control for hill descent in here too. Even if it's not comfortable outside, you're rolling in comfort in here because you've got the Raptor R leather seats right here with the orange accents. You can see orange all the way through it. Definitely Ford just nailed this thing. This is far better to me than the full-size Raptor. You can pretty much bet I'll be buying one of these. One thing that it does have too is a differential lock. You can lock or unlock the front, the center, or the rear differential. And the rear differential, if you don't unlock it, kind of squawks the tires every time you turn around the corner. It's kind of cool on that. Right here we got the easy touch. No more broken fingers, no more broken fingernails. Now, this is a Ranger, and Ranger pickup trucks are also used, for work trucks. So you see right here, it's got a scale right here. So up to 50 inches right here, if you need to measure something, it's right here. You can do it. So if you got to cut something on there, you got it right there. Also, inside there, 115 volt outlet right there. In case you want to plug something in while you're out working. Might be a saw, might be whatever, but you never know what it is. Now, again, we talked about being preloaded down to 8,000 pounds for towing. Also has the preload wiring right down here, so you got everything you need. Tow hooks right here in case you need to drag a Dodge or a Chevy out of the ditch, because this thing won't get stuck for nothing, believe me on that. MSRP is $62,430, but I'll tell you what, I think it's worth more than that just for the fun factor of it. So head on up here to Camelback Ford. Any of the salesmen can rock you out. So till next time, keep on off-roading.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Camelback Ford.
Coming up, it is that time of year, high school football season, and we'll tell you how to watch your favorite teams in prime time right here. That's coming up next. Welcome to the second half of the Arizona Daily Mix. It's halftime, but we still have a lot more show.
That's right, we do. And looking for something to do this weekend? Take a look at these great weekend events brought to you by Gerber Injury Law.
Football fans, this is your one and only chance to see the Cardinals at home this preseason, and they're bringing an old rival to town. The Cowboys visit State Farm Stadium Saturday night. The Cards and Cowboys spent decades as division rivals in the old NFC East, so there's plenty of history here, and Arizona has, of course, the recent bragging rights after beating Dallas 27-17 on Monday Night Football last season. It's also a matchup we'll see again during the regular season kickoff, 7 p.m. Saturday at State Farm.
And if the words, "It's been one way since I looked at you," immediately get stuck in your head, Bare Naked Ladies are headed to Phoenix this weekend. The Canadian band, formed outside Toronto back in 1988, gave us 90s favorites like One Week, Pinch Me, and If I Had $1 Million. For nearly 4 decades later, they are still touring, and Friday night they'll be at the Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater, joining Train on its Drop the Jupiter 25 Years in the Atmosphere tour. Show starts at 6:45. Gotta check them out.
For other great events happening in Arizona, head over to cw7az.com/community or scan the QR code you see right there on your screen.
All right, Teresa.
Yes.
You saw they popped up behind me.
Yeah.
You know what's coming. You know what's up. You know what's up.
High school football showdown.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Right
High
here.
school football is back on the CW7. We're so excited. We're literally 1 week away. One week away
it's
from
been
today.
1 week.
week. Listen to it. Play
There you go.
football or football. There we go.
It's the first game, Castile, defending 6A champions, take on Red Mountain. That's going to be a great game. You're going to be out at Castile for a pep rally Thursday morning, and then
Yes.
the game that night, 7 p.m. p.m.
That's right, live 9 a.m. We are there getting the kids all fired up for the big pep rally that they do to get them into that game. And then pregame is at 6:30.
Pregame is 6:30. Games will be at 7. We're going to have games every week, and we'll have the whole schedule. It's all on our website, of course, cw7az.com.
That's right, and soon there'll be a QR code that you can click, and it'll be on the screen there too.
There it is.
There it is. All right, we got it all going. You know, Michael Petrie works so hard.
He works so hard.
To
We
get all
don't
this
want to
up.
keep this graphic from you.
No, we don't. I'm so excited. So there you go. All right.
Well, from high school to college, as the ASU kids head back to school, they've got some really cool shops and restaurants over there on Mill.
That's right. And Lotions and Potions is one of the mainstays, which has been on Mill for decades. Here, take a look.
Lotions and Potions is a custom fragrance store where you can mix and match all these pure fragrance oils behind me in order to make your own fragrances that you can either wear as pure oil, which is the most concentrated form of fragrance you can get, or you can use them to blend with all of our body care and then get like custom lotions and shower gels and shaving gels, sugar scrubs, and all that other fun stuff. We have over 640 different fragrance oils with more always coming, but with the option to blend, you have over millions of different options to choose from. The process of making your own fragrance oils honestly varies by the customer. So if you come in knowing what you want, that is phenomenal. Just let us know and we'll be happy to pull it for you right there and then. If you're kind of iffy and you know you want something floral or sweet or musky or woody or spicy, so on, you can let us know and we'll start pulling the top ones in that genre of scents. No idea what you want at all and you're super overwhelmed, it's no worries. We have a massive tester bar where you can smell around for a few minutes at your own leisure and find a few that you like and then bring those to us, and based off of that we can get a sense of what you like and start blending for you, and then together we'll come up with the perfect scent. The Lotions and Potions is not just a custom fragrance store and it's not just a lotion store, but we have plenty of other metaphysical, kitchen, party, and souvenir items that you can shop for while your friends are still being indecisive or while your products are being made. If you're looking to find out more about Lotions and Potions, you can find us on our website, lotionsandpotions.com, on any social media platform. Our handle is Lotions and Potions AZ, or you can stop by in store on Mill Avenue.
Coming up, see how dogs can heal. We are learning about the importance of therapy dogs when we come back, so stay right here. We're meeting one very good girl making a very big difference. Claire Davis and therapy dog Leia from Phoenix Children's join us to share how animal-assisted therapy helps patients heal. Welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
She certainly does.
She's made herself quite comfortable here.
She makes herself comfortable wherever she goes. She feels like she's at home. So,
Well, Leia has an interesting backstory because she was your basic shelter dog, and the workers at the shelter thought there's something special about this dog. She has it. She could possibly be trained to work with kids.
yes. So I was very fortunate. She came from a place called the Fetch Foundation, and they trained service dogs and therapy dogs and that. And they had come across her and thought that she had the disposition to be a good therapy dog.
You think, look at her.
Yeah.
Look at her. Really? You
Yeah.
think she's under the white hot lights
Yeah.
here? If
She's
you knew
really-
the chaos that's going on around us, and Leia's just like, you know what, I'm cool.
So
I'm
anyway,
good.
so they trained her, and then I was looking. She's my second therapy dog. I was looking to have another therapy dog, and through the network of therapy dog people, we found each other. So so I've had her for 3 years, and she's been at PCH for about 2.5 years now.
Well, tell me about her work with the kids.
Basically what we do a shift every week, and we go in and we have an assignment, and we go see the kids. We have someone travel with us to introduce us to the kids and make sure it's okay to go in, and then we just go from there. Whatever the kid needs, that's what we're there for.
What do you think the benefits are for the kids?
You know, everybody says, oh, it makes the kids smile and they're so happy, and that's a very big part of it. But even physiologically, they've shown that stress hormones are reduced dramatically when kids have just even a 5-minute interaction with a therapy dog.
So you're talking about not just emotional benefits, but physiological.
Right. And we're very fortunate at PCH that the staff is very welcoming, so they'll give us insight into the kid and what they think is best or what they need. But mostly it's just some communication, letting her snuggle up with the kids, letting them relax. They might not be, some of them are just gleeful and happy, but they might just be you can just tell that they're just relaxing and enjoying the dog, and you can see their stress level go down. So it's all up to what the kid's need is, and she seems to know.
She's pretty in tune.
Yeah,
One thing I remember from seeing the dogs at PCH when I've been there with my kids is they have like little baseball cards, and the kids love those.
They do.
This is Leah's card.
And
Leia, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, you want to come over?
So, whoops.
Leia, what's good? Hi.
She probably found a crumb on the floor.
I'm not going to say that I frequently sit where you are and have snacks, but there might be a crumb or two or three down there. She also has other assignments. She works with adults as well?
She does. We visit at a medical respite center, Circle the City, so we visit patients there. So, but PCH's program is just. There's my perfect dog.
You know what? Hey, listen, this dog, Leia, she's perfectly imperfect. What an incredible job she does with the kids. Claire, thank you so much for being here.
And a shout out to the foundation, Phoenix Children's Hospital Foundation, because it's all the dogs it's a philanthropic organization, and they fund all the therapy dogs.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because this is all funded through the philanthropy, through the foundation, Phoenix Children's.
Yeah.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you,
You're
Leia.
welcome. Thank you, Leia.
Coming up, we'll get a taste of Chilte and talk to the chef about his journey from the football field to the kitchen. With the movie Tony coming out about Anthony Bourdain, everyone is getting into the foodie mood. So here's a place you have to check out. I think I found a really cool place to chill at in downtown Phoenix called Chilte. And with LT here, who is the owner and chef. Okay, this place is amazing. Tell everybody where we're located.
Yeah, we're down here on Grand Avenue, right on 7th Avenue and Grand Ave, down here in downtown Phoenix.
I know, but you're connected to something that I would not even think was down here, and this is this retro hotel.
Yeah, we're located inside the lobby of the Egyptian Motor Hotel. So they retrofitted it out, redid all the rooms. There's a big bar, there's a big stage, and then obviously it's our home of Chilte.
I like it. And the decor in here is amazing. Who came up with all the decor in here?
Like being a chef owner, I had to learn a lot of things from plumbing to interior design. So me and some of my team, my wife, we have fun. We got to decorate and just make it fun and kitschy and match the hotel and bring some of our energy to it as well.
I like, okay, tell me what the name means.
Yeah, Chilte is short for the Chiltepin chili, which grows out here locally in Sonora and where my wife is from in Sinaloa. It's small but mighty, smoky and spicy, just like us. So
I like that. And you cook with it here a little bit?
Absolutely. I put it on everything I can.
I like it. Well, speaking of that, let's talk the dishes right here. What do we have right here?
Yeah, so first up we have the Hoja Santa quesadilla, which is a beautiful leaf. That's the Hoja Santa leaf. It's beautiful out of Mexico. Came across in my travels through Oaxaca. It just lends a herbaceousness, a little mintiness. Our Santa Hoja Santa green salsa, a little bit of salsa macha, and then on top here we have some goat cheese and the chapulines, which is grasshoppers.
What? Grasshoppers?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Sauteed up in a little bit of chili, some garlic. Nice little savory bite. Yeah, it's a little crunchy bite.
Okay. Over here, what do we have?
All right, no bugs on this one.
Okay.
But we've got our carne apache, which is like a traditional Mexican dish, which is usually ground beef cured in like a citrus. I did a little riff on it. We did a beautiful skirt steak, and then I did like a Sam Tom style dressing, high acidity, high sour, a little spicy with a papaya salad, your tostadas and aioli as well.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it is a little spot, but has a very big bar with a low bar with a big punch. Can I say it like that?
Yeah,
like low bar, low place, big punch, drink it.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about some of the drinks. What's this one here we have
So
here?
this one, I brought the bugs back for you.
Okay.
This is our Chicatana daiquiri, which is so fun. I've got Mexican rum in there, lime, lemon, some piloncillo, and then we put the ants, the chicatanas, in our piloncillo to bring a little savoriness, a little umami to the daiquiri. It really rounds it out.
Okay, that's crazy.
So fun.
If I don't want that, what do I have here?
If you're not going for this one, then this is our Jamaica Paloma, our hibiscus flower Paloma. It's just really, really refreshing, classic, it's a classic with a little twist, and it's super crushable.
Oh my goodness, it looks so good. It all looks delicious. This is just a little minor of what you have on the menu, but you have a small menu, which is really nice too.
Yeah.
People need to make reservations.
Yeah, we're getting into busy season here, so I definitely suggest reservations, but you want to walk in, come try to sneak in, check out the big bar outside while you wait. Love to see you.
All right, well, I do have to take a little taste of this.
Get on in there.
Let me get one of this. This is one of the grasshoppers. Let me just see.
Yeah.
Tastes good. All right.
Nothing to worry about.
I like it.
I wouldn't steer you wrong. Come on.
It's Tuesday. Check it out.
Coming up, think Pilates is just stretching? Think again. Brad steps on the reformer to find out what all the hype is about. That's coming up next. Of course, we've all heard the advice, stretching is something we should all be doing.
Yes, that's right. I learned firsthand how Pilates actually can help.
Studio Verve is a local, fully equipped, authentic Pilates studio that I started over 16 years ago. We are true to the original teachings of Joseph Pilates, full equipment, all apparatus that conditions and takes care of people's bodies. The Pilates method requires the body to be in certain positions and certain flexibility and mobility that the body's not used to it in traditional exercise or even how we go through our lives. And so the equipment is really designed to get the body into these positions where we open up the fascia, we get the mobility and the stretching and the true flexibility that we know is best for it. All of the different equipment really are all tools for us to do that. Flexibility is a part of full body conditioning in general. If we're overtraining muscles and not getting them also lengthened and flexible, then they become too tight. And there's nerves and fascia. The fascia itself has its own nervous system. It starts to compress on the nerves. It will pull on joints and bones in ways that it's not really meant to. It causes injuries and pain and all sorts of stuff that we don't want and the body doesn't want. The funniest thing in the industry right now is that Pilates is mostly for women, and that's where it's gotten most attention, but it was designed by Mr. Joseph Pilates, a man. He was originally rehabbing war vets that were bedridden, and then a target audience for him in his original studios back in New York were businessmen. And then the dancer community, particularly the ballerinas of the New York Ballet, got a hold of it and were going to him for rehabilitation, and then they got a lot more attention than just your average businessman. Pilates is really good for men because it gives them the mobility and flexibility and stretches that they're traditionally not doing. It's really designed to be full body conditioning, so men are typically going to a gym for kind of designer muscles and to look good and toned and fit and strong, which is great, but if we don't also give those same muscles the flexibility and mobility, then they tighten, then they're not able to lift their arm as much as they should, or their low back is tight, hamstrings are tight, they're not able to bend over. Long term, that's really not good for the body. You want to have the strength and the developed muscles with the flexibility and mobility. Studio Verve Pilates, we cater to everybody and have every type of client imaginable, from teenagers, young 20s to 70s and 80-year-olds. A big focus for us now is to get more men doing the method because we know how great and how powerful it is, and the male clients that we have had have such amazing results and feel so much better. We're just seeing these huge light bulb moments happening, and they're just feeling so much better because it has gotten so popular these days with just a younger female crowd. We want to make sure the guys know, like, they're not left out. In our experience, what we're seeing is the best way for them to start is to do a handful of private lessons, just so they get familiar and they don't feel like they're going to be the odd man out in a class that doesn't know what they're doing. So they'll come in, they do a couple private lessons, they realize how it's really not that intimidating or weird. It's pretty easy to catch on. They're really good at it pretty fast, and then they'll maybe stay with privates or eventually go into the group classes. To learn more about Studio Verve Pilates and how you can get started, visit us online at studiovervepilates.com.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Best Reviews.
Going back to our routines can be tricky, but there are tools and tricks to make life easier in the kitchen for every meal, making them transition smoother.
Alyssa Bergamini and Ashley Howard are standing by with the top tools to save time in the kitchen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the best prices in this week's epic discounts from consumer resource, bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Alyssa Bergamini.
And I'm Ashley Howard. And when you see us, you know what that means. It is time to scan the QR code on your screen because we are ready to save big.
That's right, Ashley. And today we have some kitchen must-haves that are really going to help you prep food faster and spend less time cooking.
All right, so let's start with the Ninja Mega Kitchen System. We are all familiar with Ninja's blenders, but with this one, they've outdone themselves. The blender attachment pulverizes ice in seconds, and the bowl attachment functions as a food processor, chopping and blending anything you can fit inside. Plus, it comes with on-the-go cups, so you can take your smoothies straight out the door.
One machine, so many jobs. This is going to cut your chopping time way down. And if you want to pair that smoothie with a breakfast sandwich, of course you do, then you'll definitely want this. The Hamilton Beach Dual Breakfast Sandwich Maker. Now, this little appliance makes up to 2 custom breakfast, lunch, or dinner sandwiches in just 5 minutes or less. It has a digital countdown timer that signals when it's done, so you don't have to worry about burning anything.
Ooh, that sounds good to me.
Yes.
It's easy to clean with dishwasher-safe components. This is the perfect solution for busy mornings, especially before school. Now, next is the Cosori Air Fryer Pro with 9 cooking functions and temperatures that can reach up to 450 degrees. This is your new go-to on those days where you don't want to turn on the oven. Just toss in your French fries, chicken fingers, and even a steak, and let this bad boy do all the work for you.
That sounds great to me. And last but certainly not least, the Cook Triple Slow Cooker Buffet Surfer and Food Warmer. I know it's hard to believe, but the holidays are almost here, and this is an absolute must for your next family gathering.
Each crock has its own temperature knob with low, high, and warm settings, which gives you the ability to cook or keep 3 different dishes warm all at the same time.
I mean, how cool is that? My sister, she's gonna love this.
All right, now let's take one last look at today's products, helping you save money.
Head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan that QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar.
That's right. You can find more on the products and where to buy them on our website, cw7az.com.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Best Reviews.
Thanks for tuning in this morning. Tomorrow on the show, we're visiting some of our favorite restaurants throughout the valley and state.
That's right, from mom and pop diners to fine dining, we've got you covered for your next night out.
Yeah, so join us as we eat and drink our way around Arizona.
For more information on anything we talked about during the show today, you can always head on over to our website, cw7az.com.
Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
We got to go over there.
Oh, we go there?
Content segments on the Arizona Daily Mix were paid for by Best Reviews, Chime, Gerber Injury Law, and Camelback Ford.